Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to the Double RT Boxing Show. Man, this is a nice little weekend recap. Thank you for your time and support. Thank you for tuning in to this weekend recap. Some fights we might do a little more in-depth recap on, but we're going to start off with the simple Navarete defeating Villa. I like Navarete. I like watching him fight, I should say. I just like his awkwardness. I like the bouncing. I like the rhythm he fights in. I like the unbroken rhythm. He reminds me a lot like a Jeff Horn. When Jeff Horn was doing his thing, that broken rhythm, the crazy punches. I can't wait for someone to whoop his ass because I think it's gonna be a fun sight to see a boxer whoop his ass. Like they kept saying, Shakur Stevenson. So it's gonna be someone like that. Someone could really use the ring and move on them. Haney, Shakur. I would love to see like a Teofimo and a Navarrete. I know it's the weight class is what it is, but like a 130. What is he? 126 now. Who could bang with him at 120? It's gonna be hard for someone to beat him. I have to look at that, but for the most part, he did give a Villa showed a lot. Like I said, with two knockdowns, the scorecard was like 115, 113, 114. It was a close-ass scorecard for two knockdowns. That lets you know Villa was doing his thing. He was making Navarrete fall off balance and then tagging him with the counter. Like if Villa had some better footwork, like the Lomachenko sidestepping shit, he probably would have pieced the shit out of Navarrete up. But that was a good fight. It was entertaining. Moving on to the BT Sports, I picked Larte to do the upset just for the hell of it, because I just thought 2020 is that type of year. I figured if he's going to do it, he's going to cut the 10-round fight, 12-round fight, whatever it was. He's going to have to cut it in half. I figured he wasn't going to come in with a full gas tank. So I figured, okay, give him 5-6 rounds, just bully ball and knock Norman out. Norman came in big and sloppy, looking like Adam Navaki, but he did some excellent check left hooks. Larte coming in, and you could just hear the smack. he was checking the shit out of Larte. He did good punches, one at a time here and there, but Nathan Gorman needs like a WBC silver belt. He needs like a B class belt, because that's, like I said, I picked him to beat Dubois, and that just really opened my eyes up. And then watching him last night, he couldn't. I get it. Larte's a big motherfucker. He's dangerous, awkward, powerful. But even though he did box his way with him, check him, there's just a lot of holding. It didn't look confident with me. So, but it was like I said, the Spanish. I saw the fight on YouTube, and the Spanish commentators, they had Larte win like the first 2 or 3 rounds. He's just putting the pressure on. He was hitting Gorman with some shit. It's just those check left hooks. They're one shot at a time, but you could just hear them to the body and to the face. You could just hear those damn things. And then going into that main event, Liam Williams, I feel sorry for him, even though he got that win. He knocked him out in the first round. With boxing being how dead it was this weekend, this was probably like his opportunity to shine. As the boxing world knows, that's Demetrius Andrade's mandatory. So it would have got a lot of attention on the fight coming up with Demetrius, instead of the busted head, the head bumps with the busted eye, the cut. Hey, the referee didn't stop the fight. Liam did what he had to do. He saw the guy complaining about the cut, looking at the ref. He jumped on him, knocked his ass the fuck out. Vicious left hook to the body. Like I said, I wish it would have been clean. I wish it was a clean fight. I wish it just didn't end with the headbutt like that, because I wish Liam would have got the eyeballs and the talk that he deserved. Now, no one's going to talk about Liam Williams being Demetrius Andrade's mandatory. Is a 1-round whatever fight. I wish we would have got more time. And then the fight I was really waiting for, and I'm glad it got put on YouTube, was the WBA interim champion Dominic Boesel taking on Robert Kanishki. I don't know if I got that name right, but he knocked the shit out of Dominic Boesel. And you could see he was timing that right hand all fight. He missed it in the first round with an uppercut. He kind of nicked him in the second with it. He nicked him a little bit in the third with it. He caught his ass good 2 times, and he caught him 2 times with the third. So he nicked him, then he caught him real good. I don't know if Dominic Boesel just overlooked this dude. He's all, I'm number 1, I'm fighting number 12. This dude came up short on his title shots. You see Robert, he fucking, I didn't know exactly who he was. I just looked him up. He lost his title shots, but in losing his title shots, he had every other belt to get there, though. He had the Intercontinentals. He had the Continentals. He had those belts. So he had some type of pedigree, some type of skills. And when you got in the ring, you saw how he confused Dominic with movement, his hand placement. And he was blinding Dominic with the jab and just barely missing the backhand right. Whether it was an uppercut. He had a nice little jab uppercut combination. But he kept barely missing it. But that, you can see, I think it was like in the first round, he cracked Dominic with the backhand right. You can see that right hand stunned Dominic. And that's the same right hand that knocked his ass out. Same right hand that was barely missing the whole fight. Like I said, Dominic came out with the walkway looking cocky. He just had a cocky look to him. Like, hey, like, this is my crowd. Giving dabs to the crowd. And I know Dominic Boesel never had the greatest physique. He had that Tony Bellew body. But he really looked like he had a dad's body in that ring last night. He's the European jabber, 1-2-1-2 machine. And like I said, he was doing good. He didn't just go in there and get his ass knocked out. He was putting he was applying good 1-2 combinations, applying the sticks. But Robert just had him guessing with the nice little feints with the shoulders, the bouncing. And like I said, he was blinding him with that jab. And then the referee called that shit a slip. He caught him on the temple. He did the leg breakdown. He fell back down. And when he got up, he took one right hand, and then he just took another right hand, and he was fucking out. He was out, This is probably going to be the fight I'm going to get more into. Because this is the interim. You got Bivol out there. You got Batista, Boazzi, It got real interesting. I just don't want to make this too long because it's a weekend recap. But we're definitely going to talk more about this outcome for Robert Nanishki. I hope that's pronouncing it somewhat right. But like I said, this was the main fight I was looking forward to, and I love the outcome. That's what this junkie show is all about. The other guys, the Double RT Boxing Show, we cover them 1 through 15. Thank you for your time and support. And the new WBA interim champion, Robert Nanishki.